Three proofs of the truthfulness of the promised Messiah. 1. In the hadith of the Holy Prophet of Islam ﷺ, he has said that there will be two signs in the support of the Mahdi that have never occurred before since the creation of the heavens and the earth. These two signs are eclipses that would occur on very specific days during the month of Ramadan. In 1894, a few years after Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad made his claim of being the promised Messiah, India and the subcontinent were witnesses to an eclipse that had occurred on the first of the 3 days of the full moon and in Ramadan. In the following year, in 1895, the USA had witnessed an eclipse that had occurred on the second of the 3 days of the full moon, again in Ramadan. Now we know eclipses aren't something that can be man-made, nor is there any technology on the planet that could create such a spectacle. So this has to be the work of God. This is clear, undeniable evidence in support of the truthfulness of the promised Messiah. 2. Performing miracles is commonly associated with prophethood. Jesus is said to have healed the sick, Moses is said to have parted the sea, and Jonah is said to have survived the belly of the whale. On one occasion, during the time of the promised Messiah, there was one student named Abdul Karim who fell severely ill with rabies. Now at that time, there was absolutely no cure nor any medication that could heal Abdul Karim. So the promised Messiah prayed for the recovery of the student, and Abdul Karim made a miraculous recovery. Now, without any human intervention, this can only be attributed to the work of God. A second miracle during the time of the promised Messiah is how he had perfected the Arabic language overnight. Now, how long would it take me or you to learn a language? Some years. Even people with degrees find it difficult to call themselves experts in the language. The promised Messiah received a revelation of 40,000 Arabic words overnight, a language that is commonly known to be one of the most complicated languages in the world. This can again only be attributed to the work of God in support of the truthfulness of the promised Messiah. 3. We can see from the history of the prophets that they have always been victorious in their claims and their missions. Similarly, the promised Messiah has been victorious in his claims and his missions. The promised Messiah received a prophecy from God that I shall cause thy message to reach the corners of the earth. Now, the promised Messiah received this prophecy in a rural village in India in Guardian, an unknown town to the world. Now we can see that a little over 100 years later, his message and his claim has reached over 200 countries around the world. This is nearly every country on the planet. Now who can now say that his message has not reached the corners of the earth? These are clear proofs of the truthfulness of the promised Messiah.